Imagine this, you've been putting in the extra time and effort at your job, and your boss comes to you and tells you you'll be getting a 5% raise. Sounds great, right? But what if I told you that the price of everything else is also going up? Probably not so great now. That's exactly what's happening with Marriott Bonvoy. Loyal guests who've worked hard to earn their elite status might not be the happiest campers on the block right now because of changes to the US Marriott Bonvoy credit card lineup are here. And whether you live in the US or you live in Canada and have access to US credit cards, you may just have gotten Bonvoyed. First up, the biggest changes you need to know about are happening on the most premium credit card in the portfolio, the Amex Bonvoy Brilliant Card. Let's start with the good news, but there's also bad news to come. In the past, when you renewed the card after the first year, you'd get a free night award worth 50,000 Bonvoy points. And now, with this new set of changes, you'll instead be getting a free night award worth 85,000 Bonvoy points upon renewal. Now, earlier in 2022, Marriott introduced the ability to top up these free night awards by up to 15,000 points. So when you combine that free night award with the top-up feature, you can now book hotels that cost up to 100,000 points per night. This encompasses almost every property in the portfolio, including really nice ones just like this one right here in Tokyo. Now you might think that that's quite a generous change, but that's not even the biggest thing coming. For some, this next change might make you very happy, but for others, it's going to be a pretty upsetting change. As of September 2022, you'll get automatic complimentary Marriott Bonvoy Platinum Elite status just for holding the Bonvoy Brilliant Card. You heard me right. No more effort required to stay 50 nights with Marriott to get sorta useful elite benefits with Platinum Elite status. Now all you need is a credit card. In case you forgot, Platinum Elite status comes with free breakfast, club lounge access, complimentary suite upgrades, and a guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout, among other benefits. And since all it takes to get this status level is by holding a credit card, there will be a lot more Platinum status holders, which will inevitably result in overcrowded lounges and more competition for suite upgrades. Just ask me, as somebody who loves suite upgrades, but unfortunately only got an upgraded room instead of a suite at this hotel. But before you get too excited about automatic Platinum Elite status, there's one important thing to understand if you want to maximize your benefits. Even though you get automatic status from the card, you won't receive the annual choice benefit for reaching Platinum Elite status unless you actually hit 50 qualifying nights every year. And you'll definitely want this choice benefit because that's where you get to choose your 5 suite night awards to help you confirm your suite upgrades ahead of time, which will be all the more useful with all the increased competition among all of the nouveau-rich Platinum Elites. Thankfully, the Bonvoy Brilliant is also giving you a leg up in terms of those elite qualifying nights. Previously, the card gave you 15 elite nights, but now it'll give you 25. And if you pair this with a US-issued Bonvoy Business Card, which gives you 15 elite nights of its own, you'll have a total of 40 nights, which is a big step towards the 50 nights you need for the annual choice benefits, as well as the 75 nights you would need for that upper-level Titanium Elite status. After all, when everybody's platinum, nobody's platinum. Now you might think that this is all fine and dandy, and these might even be considered positive changes if the card keeps its $450 annual fee. But here's where the bad news comes in. In exchange for all the new benefits, the annual fee is going up from $450 to $650, both for new cardholders and existing cardholders who renew from 2023 onward. But wait, it gets even worse. You see, previously the Bonvoy Brilliant had offered a $300 annual Marriott hotel credits to offset against the fee, and now this is being replaced by a monthly $25 worldwide dining credit instead. $25 per month for 12 months still adds up to $300, but this is still an unfavorable change because you have to remember to use this card once a month to use up the credits instead of being able to use it all at once on a hotel stay. So overall, you'll have to weigh up the new benefits of the card against the higher $650 annual fee and the harder to use dining credits to see if the card is still worthwhile for you. And if you think the fee is too high for your budget, you may want to consider getting yourself a strong bevy. No, I'm not talking about a drink, I'm talking about a brand new credit card that Marriott Bonvoy has introduced, the American Express Bonvoy Bevy card, which has a cheaper annual fee of $250. This card and its new Chase Visa equivalent, known as the Bonvoy Bountiful card, offers automatic Marriott Gold Elite status, slightly stronger earning rates than the Bonvoy Brilliant, 15 elite qualifying nights per year, and the ability to earn a free night award worth 50,000 points upon spending $15,000 in a calendar year. And in my opinion, the bountiful bevy of benefits on these brand new Bonvoy Bevy and Bountiful cards has been, well, pretty bad. Gold Elite status is virtually useless, and the stronger earning rates are still weaker than other cards out there like the membership rewards cards. And why would anyone choose to spend $15,000 for a free night award worth 50,000 points when they could get a stronger free night award on the Bonvoy Brilliant, or a still very useful free night award on the cheaper $95 Amex Bonvoy card, which you can only get by downgrading to it and not as a new application. In both cases, without having to spend any money on the card at all. And that brings me to the best strategies that you should now consider in terms of which Bonvoy credit cards to hold, depending on which kind of traveler you are. Frequent travelers who stay at Marriott properties a lot will benefit more from the Bonvoy Brilliant's automatic platinum status, the additional elite qualifying nights, and the more valuable free night award, which would make the larger annual fee worthwhile. Especially if they can maximize the monthly $25 dining credits to reduce the effective fee from $650 to $350. But what if you don't stay at Marriott properties much but still want to get some value for the occasional stay? Then you should instead consider the lower tier Bonvoy cards. Either the Chase Bonvoy Boundless card or the $95 Amex Bonvoy card that I mentioned, which you can't sign up for directly, but you can downgrade to from a higher tier card instead. Both of these offer a free night award worth 35,000 points upon renewal, making them a better deal than the Bonvoy Bevy and Bountiful cards, which charge $250 but actually offer very little of value. Still, there is of course one compelling reason to get the Bonvoy Bevy and Bountiful cards, and that's their welcome bonus, which is quite strong on these brand new cards. You'll earn 125,000 Bonvoy points upon spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. And the same is true for the more expensive Bonvoy Brilliant. Even if you don't want to hold this card long-term at $650, the welcome bonus is definitely still worth considering, at 150,000 Bonvoy points in exchange for spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. And once you've racked up these bonuses, you'll have plenty of Bonvoy points at your disposal to book some of the best properties in Marriott's worldwide portfolio. And make sure to watch this video next to learn all about Marriott's 30 hotel brands and figure out which hotel you'd like to stay on your next trip.